Hey guys, it's Guy here. And before I start the video and start talking about what I would like to talk about, I want to say I don't really have a direction for this video. I'm just gonna touch on what comes to my mind, but I just wanted to make this quick because I don't want to continue going on 2 month content droughts because I know you guys are definitely depending on my videos to get through this quarantine. But the title and the thumbnail might be a little bit misleading, considering a while ago I said I would be moving away from Fortnite content and doing other video games, which is what I have been doing, and actually move towards a podcast style thing with the That Big White Guy series. But I wanted to make this video because I still feel like this is a big part of my channel, and more than 90% of my subscribers found me from Fortnite. A lot of you probably know me from Red Paradox, just me streaming by myself. Um, I've deleted all of my Fortnite videos on my channel, not because I don't want to associate myself with that game, but just because I feel like I don't want to give a false representation that I make Fortnite videos and that's what you should be here for my content. I don't. Um, if you're just clicking on this because you're like, oh, it's a Kai Fortnite video, finally, it's been a year. This is not that. I'm still not making videos on this game, and unless stuff changes, I doubt I ever will be. But you have my word, I will continue to do other games. So, disclaimer, I don't really have a direction with this, but something I want to talk about because I feel like this is a big part for a big part of a lot of people's lives. So, I'm not really sure exactly what I have or want to say, but I just want to touch on, you see, back when everybody used to play this game before it became bad, and I don't think it's like, oh, you play Fortnite. It's just a lot of the game has changed so much, especially with the crossover from Chapter 1 to Chapter 2. That's probably why I have this background. It's basically just saying goodbye to the old Fortnite, which the old Fortnite, in my opinion, the seasons 1 through 10, Chapter 1, I found those all to be pretty enjoyable, and I've put in about 2,000 hours into Chapter 1. I have less than 100 into Chapter 2 just because I'm not interested anymore. And while Epic Games has been doing their best, and actually not their best because I doubt that this is their best, but they've been doing something lately with the addition of new things every update, like Fireflies, the flare gun. It's cool, but I the magic of every week we're gonna get something new has just gone away from me, and I'm sure it's gone away for a lot of other people. Um, it used to be where it was like, oh yeah, it's update day soon. It was like I'm gonna wake up super early before school and I'm gonna hop on. Oh, the TAC SMG just got brought back. I'm gonna play at 6:30 a.m. because that's how much I want this. And that feeling is just not there for me anymore. With the current updates, the the fact that Epic doesn't release patch notes, they don't tell people what gets added, and then they say we want you to find it out in the world, or they don't release the damages of new guns like the charge shotgun. The fact that you can't get a new weapon in creative unless you glitch and try it out to see the damage is pretty crazy to me because it used to be where I'd wake up before school and if I couldn't play, I would go and check the patch notes. And on the way to school on the bus, I'd be like, yo, did you guys see the patch notes? It's crazy. Shotguns are good. Or they nerfed something, whatever. Or they made suppressed snipers, like, or hunting rifles do more body shot damage, you know? Stuff like that. It was just nice being able to know exactly what you're getting into. And I do get the philosophy of we want the Fortnite world to be something that you experience for the first time and we don't want to tell you about it. But the thing is, you could do that before. You could go in without reading the patch notes and just find things. Lots of people like the patch notes. I love to see that the blue charged shotgun could 200 to the head. Did I know? I mean, I assumed, and I'm happy that it does, but there was no way for me to tell my first time when I picked that thing up if it was going to actually do damage. because shotguns are not in an amazing state, and I still do prefer techs unless it's the mythic. But so that's really where Fortnite lost me, was when they started Chapter 2, and we had no idea what was coming, if anything did come at all, which was the biggest problem for Season 1 and 2 of Chapter 2. I'll touch on that in a minute, but that really was the seller for me, not knowing what is new and just randomly getting stomped on by something that you had no idea could one tap was not a fun experience. Moving on from that, which Epic could still release patch notes, and people, if they still want to not know, they could just not look at them. It's pretty simple. Moving on from that, what was the point I wanted to make? I would like to talk about just okay. I don't really know how to word it that well, and I know this video is all over the place, but what I was just talking about with, like, oh, you don't know um, if anything's been added. The fact that in Chapter 1, yeah, every week we got big balance changes, just big gameplay changes, new vehicle, map changes, a new weapon, a new ability was awesome. It made every week another week to hunt for this new thing. Figure out how good it is. Is it something you want to play into your normal loadout? And then the next week comes and you have another thing. That was awesome. I just want to say that. And with the start of Chapter 2 in Season 1 and 2, while Season 2 did a little bit better, Season 1 especially was probably the worst state this game has ever been in, and that includes Infinity Blade, mechs, and planes. Every week would come no patch notes, and then we'd go into the game, and there'd be nothing different. Nothing. There'd be absolutely nothing. But we'd get new props and creative. I find that crazy. How for I think the only thing, just one thing that got added was the harpoon gun. And that was just not very fun because there was no hype for it, you know? There was no, like, new harpoon gun like how they used to do with, like, the junk riffs. Oh yeah, like the junk riffs weren't the best, but like they were fun to use. The harpoon is fun to use, but you just find it and you have no idea what it does, so you don't want to try it because what if it sucks? What if it does 25? And now I figure out it's pretty good for like early game or whatever, but like the fact that that was the one thing, and then so the magic of being able to go in every week on a Tuesday, or waking up super early even though you'd never want to wake up just to check the patch notes, was something that I'm sure everybody loved, and it's just gone. So that's really what ruined Fortnite for me. That and there are a multitude of other things. The fact that they made the game look so much different. Um, I gotta be real. I don't like a BR game like this. I don't think it's important, and I think they're focusing too much on it to have a overarching narrative. It was cool with the visitor in Season 10 because we knew we were getting a new map, but with the whole, oh, it's a simulation, it's getting to the point where it's like, all right, well, where are they taking this? Because we already have Save the World. I just come here to do this. And I know some people are probably like, oh, I'm interested in the story and whatever, but for like, I don't even really know how to word it. It's just not something a BR game needs. I can't think of any other BR games that have like an overarching story. But that and that's pretty much it. All that I can remember now, and I don't want to make this too long, but I could talk for hours on the magic of this game over the summer, just playing, waking up at like 11 a.m. if I even woke up, and just getting on and just playing all day, going for wins, having fun. Like, it was fun. And I'm not going to talk about this because I don't feel like it's my place to say because I'm not competitive. I don't play at all. Very, very rarely do I play. But it's just, I know that people are going to get good. And then you're going to find people who are tryhards. And I know that there's in season 6, 7, 8, 7 and 8 and 9, which were my favorites, other than 4 and 3, that they were sweats, but like it was just different because things were balanced and you didn't need to be as good as they were to still have a chance. Even if their chance of beating you was much higher than yours, you still had a chance. And now it's just evolved into building the game. And I'm more of a gunplay type person. So I can still crank just as hard as they can because I used to be an absolute tryhard. But it's not my favorite and I don't like it. It's not fun. But that's what ruined Fortnite for me. Just not being able to know if there was anything in the update, and if there was, not knowing anything about it. I used to actually make, oh yes, this update in Fortnite, and I would go over the patch notes and everything because it was nice. It was like, hey guys, this is the patch notes. Oh my god, they're absolutely terrible. Let's laugh about them. You know, it was cool. But that's what ruined Fortnite for me. So just a little quickie. Oh Jesus, of course I said that. Um, just a little quick video, and yeah, there's not much else to it. Fortnite was an amazing game, and I do still think it is an amazing game, but it's different, and for me, it's too different. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I don't think we should move on from this. I think that Fortnite is here to stay, but personally, I'm moving on. Don't expect any more content for this. Don't expect any talks like this. I just wanted to say why I stopped. And if you are still here on the slim chance that I go back to making Fortnite content, I would just tell you to leave because it's not my thing. I don't enjoy it. So thank you so much for watching, and I might be putting out a few videos within the next week. But you guys know me. I'm like C-Day. Super, super unreliable. Alright, see you guys later.